Cornwall Museums Partnership is an independent charity that exists to create positive social change with museums. We are led by our values, which are collaboration, innovation, inclusion, and integrity.
Without the CMP's kind of seed funding and just endless support and guidance when I was setting up my CIC, Queer Kerno, I wouldn't have had the confidence to do it. And beyond that, it's the hub where everyone goes if they want advice, if they want support, and if they want to connect with someone, if they don't know somebody in that museum. Instead of going in cold, I can ask the CMP to help facilitate an introduction, to help facilitate access to their collections, and just extra support in getting to know more people trying to do inclusive connections work like I am.
The trips have been amazing for professional development, and sometimes seeing new ways of working, and also sometimes reinforcing what you're doing, you're on the right path, and giving you confidence to be like, okay, we're doing good stuff down here too. If you ever need to call somebody or check in about what you're doing, feels like we are a proper network. I think the Learning Network felt a really strong group.
I approached CMP as a freelancer to their brief, and together we designed the trainee curator programme. The programme has been going for the last 3 years. We've had 3 different cohorts. Seeing them now working as professionals in Cornwall, you could just see that their confidence has grown hugely, and they are working in the area where they grew up. They're, working on collections that mean so much to them, and their enthusiasm is really infectious, and it's just a really, really nice thing to see. When I started doing the trainee curator programme, Cornwall Museums Partnership and I worked together on a funding bid, and we worked with Cultivator and developed this series of online talks which are often around best practice and open to emerging professionals, let's say, or just anyone starting out in the arts or museum world.
I think what's really unique about this programme is that you have a network that allows you to kind of understand that we can all be really different in this sector. Your individual interests are really valued, and that doesn't mean just sitting with my comfort zone. It's also what I really relish kind of learning about and pushing myself to get better at. Also, it's been really valuable to think about what I could do next. There's so many options, and I feel like there's so many brilliant organisations that I could find myself applying for a job with. It's really fantastic to feel like there's so much opportunity, and I'm really embedded in that scene.
Planet is our youth collective. They work on issues of climate action and well-being. They took over a whole space. They put the exhibition on, and we tried as much as possible to give them ownership over that whole space for that time, and they ran the opening. Now we've decided to have at least one co-curated exhibition a year, and everyone on the team is getting more involved in that process. It's quite a commitment, so it was really great to get the funding to start that project and see how it worked as a pilot. And then because we enjoyed it so much and got so much out of it, we've managed so far to keep it going.
The CMP have been really supportive. I regularly meet up and get support with the programmes that I'm doing, and particularly through the pandemic, the work continued, which was really a great lifeline. Working with the trainee curators on Zoom and continuing our projects, meetups and training in that way has definitely supported my career. It's given me a lot of confidence. It's been fantastic to work with Cornwall Museums Partnership, who foster really great kind of work ethos and environment.
My role as a curator coming in basically with a clean piece of paper was really to identify and build a team that could take the museum forward. The digitisation programme is a very critical part of how St Ives Museum will develop for the future. The additional funding stream that CMP have been able to acquire for us for our public Wi-Fi system has been a vital step forward. With the Doors project, which is the first step of our interactive communication with the visitor. And I think without CMP, we wouldn't have been able to move as fast along the road as we have. That's been a vital element in our future growth plans.
I think that CMP has been great to introduce us to new people, ways of working, professional development, and I hope that we can keep those connections going.
I love doing training curators. Future Museum Network, it's the best thing ever. I really enjoy it.
I come from a performance and theatre and dance background. Going into a museum, although I love history and love museums, it was quite a different environment. Having had no experience in that, it was really amazing to have the in-depth time at the museum to develop all those skills.
The Inclusive Collections Network has been fantastic for Queer Kernel in drumming up business. Because I think getting in a room with all the people that work in collections and who are there with an ethos of working inclusively, it brings me into that perfect nexus of, okay, well, let me help support you in doing that.
Really, I've only been in post some 18 months, and having the support of CMP in the background, I think has given me confidence. I cannot say that we would have gone this far along the road in the last 18 months without it.
In many ways, the CMP has been a huge champion of queer kernels, and I honestly don't think we'd be where we are without your support.